Welcome to Unleashed Jeremy Hansen.
From this day forward, a new vision will govern our land. From this day forward, it's going to be only America first. America first. I pledge to every citizen of our land that I will be president for all Americans. I'm reaching out to you for your guidance and your help so that we can work together and unify our great country. I will fight for you with every breath in my body, and I will never, ever let you down.
All right, folks, here we are, Unleashed the Jeremy Hansen Show, hour number 2. Hello, Lee Johnson, Joni, how you doing? Leslie, Guy, Jim. There's some other ones on there. I can't see them. It's rolled down. I want to say thank you guys for being here. I'll tell you again, I am feeling great today. I am so happy to be back here in the studio. I am so thrilled about it. With all the stuff going on, I mean, just in my personal life, and I'll tell you what, the country. Man, there's never been a better time to be a broadcaster because there is so much truth to be told right now that the mainstream media will not talk about. They will not give it to you no matter what. We're going to talk a little bit more about the same, about the horde that's coming up, about the bombs that were let off, about America, where we're at, why we're there. Hello, Johnny, Barbara, Reb. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing great. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, what the hell happened to Liberty One? What happened with all this stuff? Well, we had a few changes. Some people are on there. Some people aren't on there. It is what it is. Goes with the business. But I got to tell you, we're changing things up a little bit. Some people have said, well, you were going to do changes today. And I was. But when that deer smashed my car, I didn't have a lot of opportunities to change things around. So let me tell you what's going on. UJH Live. Okay, Unleashed Nation. Unleashed Nation is not just Unleashed the Jeremy Hansen Show. It also happens to be Jermaine Bozzio. Will Johnson may be coming on Unleashed Nation. We're teaming together to get out to as many people as we can, and we're changing things up. Such as, we don't have the money to do it yet, but we're slowly building. Thank you, everybody. I mean, a lot of people have been helping. Thank you, everybody. But we're going to put ditto cams in here. What is a ditto cam? Well, you might see me from this angle, from that angle, from this angle. It's just a few different cameras so you can see us different. We are a radio show that happens to be on video. So we're doing that because we're tightening down our radio show. This is going to be the absolute best radio show in the world. That's what I'm saying. In the world. We're tightening it up that much. We already get played in different parts of Europe. And we want to expand that. We want to expand all of it. But we have decided that we're going to do the ditto cams. We're going to do all the regular radio stuff that we do. And we're going to do it really, really good. We're also bringing around people like Big Sarge. I'll tell you what, that guy's shows rocks. Have you guys ever listened to Big Sarge or watched Big Sarge? It's awesome. Jermaine Bozzio, good friend of mine. Great, great show. Will Johnson, another really, really good show. I think you can start catching Rob Carson on here. People like Intellectual Frog Legs. So that's the changes that are coming. That's what we're doing. Some people wanted to know. Well, there you go. What Facebook did to us was basically made us start looking different places to bring new people in. That's all it is. You see, other people, they want to get people and they want to suck their money out of them. I'm not going to say any names. They just want to suck the money out of them. Here, we're a family. That's what Unleashed Nation is. We are a tight-knit family that want the best thing for America. And we understand other people have different opinions than us. And you know what? It is what it is. That's okay. We're Americans. We're America. We can celebrate being Americans and we can agree to disagree if we disagree about something. That's the platform that we want. That's the platform. We don't want to be an echo chamber of only what Jeremy Hansen says because I might be wrong. It has happened from time to time. I'm not going to lie to you. Not very often. But from time to time, I'm wrong. And it's important to have different ideas and views. So, Liberty One, you know what? They're rocking. They're right behind us. They're doing a bunch of different things with us and other people to expand things. Basically, being a syndicator. Mojo 50 and Ron Phillips, bless their heart, they're doing everything they can for this show. So, folks, go sign up for Mojo 50. It's free. And they have some awesome, awesome shows, including this one on Mojo 50. The thing is, what we've learned is we don't need to be as much of an adversary or an opponent as we need to unify and bring everybody together for a pro-American message. And with that message, hopefully it gives the people the ideas, the truth, and the facts that they need to go live life and combat this little thing that we call communism. We want to get rid of it. We want to stomp it out. We want socialism, and we want communism, and we want those things gone from our country. We don't care what color you are. We don't care what gender you are. We don't care if you're gay or straight. We don't care. The only thing we care about is we want you to love this country. And if you have an idea of how to make this country better, please share it. This is the platform. This is one of the shows. If you want to call in and voice your opinion, 202-655-3030. If you want to help us, if you want to help donate to this cause, to what we're doing, you now know what everything we're doing is, then you can go right up to paypal.me/UJH Live, I think. It's in the description on Facebook if you want to look. You can go to UJHlive.com and sign up for the free newsletter. There's a million ways for us to push our message. And when I say push, at this point, we have to be pushed. We have to push. Otherwise, we are getting pushed around. It's like Brett was saying in Australia, first hour. They're getting pushed around. They're being told what they can or can't say. Their gun rights are gone. Their government is a corporation. See, our government's a little bit different. Our government isn't a corporation, but they incorporate the people that are born in this country so they can borrow money from overseas. That's one of the world banking secrets. That way you're always indebted to the World Bank. And you know what? Donald Trump came along, and Donald Trump says, hey, enough is enough. America is for Americans. We are going to do everything we can to promote the well-being of America. And we have things happening now that we have never seen in this country. You know, it reminds me of Ireland and the IRA and this bombing here and that bombing there and the crazy things that we watch day to day that we never ever thought that we would see in this country. You know, politicians always have a target on their back from somebody. But in mass, we get 5 bombs delivered to different politicians around the country, and it happens to be on the left side. I happen to agree with them. I don't think that a right-wing nut job actually did it. And if they did do it, shame on them, and they should be held to account, and they should be ruled in a courtroom. That's the way this should work. Everybody in this country at one time, I'm talking Reagan years here, folks, we all agreed that we all wanted to make America great. We wanted to make America great again. We wanted to keep America great. The institutions, values, and traditions that we had that were great, we all cherished, we all loved, we all protected. The things that weren't so great, you know, like Social Security, the government stealing Social Security, well, that still hasn't been solved, right? And it's the same thing, every administration. Senior, Clinton, Junior, Obama. But they didn't bet on anybody like Donald Trump coming along. And I am a believer in Q. I was actually pre-Q, if you know what I'm saying. I believe in the things that they said that, hey, America was spiraling out of control so bad that we were either going to have a military coup or we were going to get somebody that was put as president that loved this country, that wasn't afraid to take on the mobs of people that were trying to tear us down. I love Donald Trump for that. There's many things that I could tout that he's done with the economy and this and that and how he's making America's life. I could say all that. But when it comes down to it, when is the last time that you have heard a president say, I love this country? I'm a billionaire. And I'm a billionaire because this country has allowed me to be successful. He didn't say, oh, it was all my brains and it was all my might that I did that. He didn't say that. He said, I owed a debt to this country. This country made me great. Therefore, I have a debt to pay, and I am going to leave my billionaire lifestyle. I am going to come under constant scrutiny. People are going to say the worst things in the world about me. They are going to attack my kids. They are going to attack my wife. They are going to attack me at every turn they have because this country did something for me. And it's about damn time that every American says, man, this country has done a lot for me. My kids are in school, and I just pay taxes. If I do get hurt and I don't have insurance, they will stabilize me and they will help me. I can practice going to my Christmas plays. I can go have fun with the things that I believe in. Because this country is that great. I want you to think about that, folks. We'll be right back.
Unleashed. We'll be right back.
Unleashed Jeremy Hansen here, coming to you with UJHLive.com. That's UJHLive.com, the official Unleashed Jeremy Hansen website. Now come there, sign up for the newsletter, get the latest vetted news. That means truthful news, exclusive content, games, product discounts, prizes, and exclusive giveaways that you get nowhere else. You know what, folks? Come and be an important part of the work we do, protecting children, our country, our freedoms, and our liberties. Come be part of the Unleashed Nation family. Find out where we're going to be next, what we're going to do next. Find out all the places to catch Unleashed Jeremy Hansen, including our live players on UJHLive.com. And make sure you check out the shop for all your Unleashed gear and personally endorsed products. All right, folks, I love you. UJHLive.com. Come and sign up.
In a recent closed-door speech to donors, politicians, and media, Bill Clinton spoke about American gun owners. Quote, a lot of these people, all they've got is their hunting and their fishing, or they've been listening to this stuff for so long that they believe it all, unquote. And we all remember Barack Obama's 2008 comments to a room of San Francisco elites. Quote, it's not surprising then they get bitter. They cling to guns or religion, unquote. The arrogance of their superiority requires this reminder. They don't rule us. They don't give us rights. We grant them power. They don't make us safe. We pay to protect them. They don't make us free. We're free already. And as long as we have the Second Amendment, we always will be. We are America. And our politicians are only as powerful as we, the people, allow them to be.
Eagle 6 Gear, supporting police, firefighters, military, and the local community. Eagle6gear.com. Get amazing, great quality printed t-shirts, hats, and apparel of all designs to include bulk orders and custom designing. So get online today for your chance to win a $100 gift voucher at Eagle6gear.com or email support@Eagle6gear.com. Find them on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or contact them at 719-212-8883. 719-212-8883. Eagle 6 Gear.
Unleashed Jeremy Hansen here. If you would like to get a hold of me, email me, jeremy@liberty1tv.com. Jeremy@liberty1tv.com. Thanks. folks. We're back on Lisa Jeremy Hansen Show, hour number 2, segment number 2. And I'll tell you what, I made a mistake. I didn't make a mistake. I just forgot to say Chris Logan, or should I say Mr. Brutally Honest, is also on Unleashed Nation. I forgot to say, it's not like a thing apart from Liberty One. It's an inclusive part of Liberty One. I forgot to mention that, and he sent me a message at the break, and he's like, hey, congratulations on your new platform. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're on it? Oh, well, folks, it is what it is. He's on it too, Mr. Brutally Honest. That guy is true blue Americana. Love that guy. His wife is a darling. If you guys get a chance to watch him too. Great guy. I mean, real American people. As a matter of fact, this last weekend, he was in Oklahoma at this festival, and he was there with Eagle 6 gear. And he had a great weekend. He got to meet a bunch of people. He was on the radio. Just a fun time. Now, I saw somebody on here said, I love Eagle 6 gear. Folks, I'll tell you what. I was just on with Pete, the owner of Eagle 6 gear, before I came on today. And every single conservative, it doesn't matter if you're a shirt company, it doesn't matter if you're a show like mine, it doesn't matter. You're under attack. As a matter of fact, the numbers are staggering. His sales this month are down, between 50 and 70%, specifically because on Google, on Facebook, on places like that, they have restricted how many people can see Eagle 6 gear. I find it disgusting that they're allowed to do that, but that's the world we live in. That's what this fight is about. It's about us taking our country back, us saying what I want to see, what I don't want to see. That's why I love Spreely. That's why I love MAGABook. I don't see them people in there. I don't see them in there taking stuff away. Well, we don't want this talked about here. No, they just let it come out, and guess what? If you don't like it, you just move on or you block me. You know what? If I want to say something, you just block me. If you don't like it, block me. But if you do want to say it, friend me. And then we'll have great talks. We'll become great friends. You become part of this family, the Unleashed Nation family. So if I ever forget, I'm kind of a scatterbrained, I don't even know what, sometimes. But Mr. Brutally Honest, I am very sorry. He is part of that group. He's part of that awesome group. I mean, what can you say about people like that? Somebody that has nothing bad to say about anybody else. Something that is pro-tradition, all-American. How can you say anything bad about that? Now, before we get back to the doom and gloom, I gotta read this story to you. This is going to make you guys so happy. The Associated Press, which says that they're nonpartisan, which is a bunch of crap. They're liars. Listen to this. Associated Press by Steve Peoples, Thomas Beaumont, and Lisa Mascaro. Senate slipping away as Dems fight to preserve the blue wave. Now, keep in mind, this is not some conservative publication. This is not somebody to try to change the rules. Basically, they're crying about what's happening. And it says, New York, Associated Press. In the closing stretch of the 2018 campaign, the question is no longer the size of the Democratic wave. It's whether there will be a wave at all. Top operatives in both political parties concede the Democrats' narrow path to the Senate majority has essentially disappeared. A casualty of surging Republican enthusiasm across GOP strongholds. At the same time, leading Democrats now fear the battle for the House majority will be decided by just a handful of seats. It's always been an inside straight, and it still is. Democratic pollsters Paul Maslin said of Democrats' outlook in the Senate, where they need to pick up 2 seats while holding on to several others in Republican-leaning states to seize the majority. If it had been a different year, with a different map, we might have a terrific sweep. But that would be a long shot. While the trend may be troubling for Democrats, the evolving political landscape remains unsettled 2 weeks before Election Day, even with millions of votes already cast across 20 states. There are signs that the Democrats' position in the expanding House battlefield may actually be improving, yet Republican candidates locked in tight races from New York to Nevada find themselves in stronger than expected positions because of a bump in President Donald Trump's popularity. The aftermath of a divisive Supreme Court fight and the sudden focus on a caravan of Latin American migrants making an arduous trek towards the U.S. border. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? The Associated Press is writing this, ladies and gentlemen. It says it's still much closer than people think. With a surprise or two in the wings, New York's Chuck Schumer, the top Senate Democrat, told the Associated Press. The midterm elections will decide whether Republicans maintain control of Congress for the final 2 years of Trump's first term. Even if Democrats lose the Senate and win the House, they could block much of Trump's agenda and use subpoena power to investigate his many scandals. Some in the party's far left wing have also vowed to impeach the president, while the others promise to roll back the Republican tax overhaul and expand health care coverage for all Americans. Democrats have enjoyed an overwhelmingly enthusiastic advantage for much of the Trump era. They hope an explosion of early voting across states like Florida, Texas, and Nevada are further proof of their enthusiasm. It took voters in the Houston area less than 6 hours Monday to set a new opening day record for early voting during a midterm election. And in some Florida counties, 2 and 3 times as many voters cast ballots on the first day of early voting Monday compared to 4 years ago. Public and private polling, however, suggests the GOP is getting more excited as November 6th approaches. Republican enthusiasm doesn't quite equal the white-hot enthusiasm of Democratic voters. But the Kavanaugh hearings got it pretty close, said GOP consultant Whit Ayers. He also attributes the party's strong position on an unusual Senate map. Democrats are defending 26 seats of the 35 seats in play, including 10 in states that Trump carried in 2016. Ayers calls it maybe the most Republican-leaning map of our lifetime. That's something to say, folks. That is really something to say. He expects the GOP to maintain the Senate majority, perhaps adding a seat or two in its current 51-49 edge. Others have begun to envision the GOP picking up as many as 4 or 5 new seats. It says Democrats, meanwhile, have effectively protected their Senate candidates in states across the Midwest, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. That helped give Trump the presidency in 2016. They are increasingly pessimistic about picking up any seats, meaning they're sick and tired. The people I'm talking about are sick and tired of the rhetoric. All this money that was being spent, the millions upon hundreds of millions of dollars in the midterm elections, guess what? They're not working. They're not working. Polls across the United States say that the GOP is winning big time. Big time. That's counting the early votes. That's right, folks. Now, if you watch CNN, if you watch MSNBC, they're all going to tell you, oh, that's a lie. Democrats blue wave. Don't count on it, folks. I'll be right back.
All radio is dead. All radio is dead. All radio is dead. All radio is dead.
Unleashed. We'll be right back.
Unleashed Jeremy Hansen here, coming to you with UJHLive.com. That's UJHLive.com, the official Unleashed Jeremy Hansen website. Now come there, sign up for the newsletter, get the latest vetted news. That means truthful news, exclusive content, games, product discounts, prizes, and exclusive giveaways that you get nowhere else. You know what, folks? Come and be an important part of the work we do, protecting children, our country, our freedoms, and our liberties. Come be part of the Unleashed Nation family. Find out where we're going to be next, what we're going to do next. Find out all the places to catch Unleashed Jeremy Hansen, including our live players on UJHLive.com. And make sure you check out the shop for all your Unleashed gear and personally endorsed products. All right, folks, I love you. UJHLive.com. Come and sign up.
I'm a law-abiding citizen who's never shot anybody, never committed a serious crime, never committed a felony. But it seems like every time we have one of these shootings, nobody wants to put the blame where it goes, which is at the shooter's feet. You want to put it at my feet. I felt like I needed to say something for all the people out there that I just spoke about, the people who have come together, who are together, who feel unified. That majority of people who obey the law, and work hard every day, and are just tired of people trying to pull them apart and pull them in all different directions. I think there's millions of me across the country, and I'm hoping that each one of those people will go out and tell these politicians we're not going to take it, and we're going to stand up for our rights, and we're going to hold on to them. Anyone who is concerned with holding on to the Second Amendment, I absolutely think they should join the NRA.
In a recent closed-door speech to donors, politicians, and media, Bill Clinton spoke about American gun owners. Quote, a lot of these people, all they've got is their hunting and their fishing, or they've been listening to this stuff for so long that they believe it all, unquote. And we all remember Barack Obama's 2008 comments to a room of San Francisco elites. Quote, it's not surprising then they get bitter. They cling to guns or religion, unquote. The arrogance of their superiority requires this reminder. They don't rule us. They don't give us rights. We grant them power. They don't make us safe. We pay to protect them. They don't make us free. We're free already. And as long as we have the Second Amendment, we always will be. We are America, and our politicians are only as powerful as we, the people, allow them to be.
Folks, Unleash the Jeremy Hansen Show. I am Jeremy Hansen. We're here. Ooh, look at that. I just got kicked off Facebook. It is what it is. I'm glad you guys are here. We're having a little bit of fun today. You know what? When the Associated Press will come out and deliver something like that and try to make it sound like the Democrats might have a chance, and you listen to it inside, and they're just literally saying, yeah, there's no hope for them. There's no hope for them. They've spent hundreds of millions of dollars, and they're still going to lose seats. And we can make that happen. You see, it's very, very simple. We only need to do one thing. All we have to do is get out and vote. That's all we got to do. Just get out and vote, and it's all over. They can't take it away from us. I don't know about you, but I feel a lot better with President Trump being in charge of how the elections are going. How about you? I honestly, literally thought there's not a chance. Even if Donald Trump won the vote, back then I was like, there's not a chance he'll ever get in. They won't let him. And then it comes out, everything about the FBI and, the scam investigations that were going on. And it comes out that, we were right. We were right. Somewhere along the lines, there had to have been military intervention that said, no. We are not allowing this deep state or global cabal or globalism or the UN or whatever you want to call it. We are not allowing them to take that away from America. At some point, there was that intervention somewhere. And now, you know what? I feel good about the elections coming up. Don't you, folks? Don't let people bully you into things. We're going to have people watching. We're not going to have this scam show again. We're not going to let it happen. Now, I got to read this story to you. It's from CNN. And I told you, I love CNN stories because they're so directed. They're just directed hit jobs, every single one of them. This is about the explosive device found near the home of billionaire investor George Soros by Kelly Murray. And if you ever read Kelly Murray's stuff, you'll know what I'm talking about. Every single one has wording that's trying to make the deep state look well. CNN, a suspicious package targeting billionaire investor and philanthropist George Soros was rendered safe in Bedford, New York, a law enforcement source told CNN. First thing I have to say is billionaire, investor, and philanthropist. Well, philanthropy, you give to good causes. You try to change the world in a good way. I would say billionaire, scam artist, and terrorist. That's what I would say, but that's only me. It says Bedford police say they received a call at about 3:45 p.m. Monday reporting a suspicious package found in a mailbox. The package appeared to be an explosive device, police said. An employee of George Soros had opened the package. The employee placed the package in a wooded area and called the police, according to the news release. Soros was not at his estate at the time, two law enforcement officials said. One of the sources described the package as small and said it consisted of a PVC pipe with an energetic material and a powdery substance. The package did not detonate on its own, the law enforcement sources said. The Westchester County Bomb Squad responded to the scene, said Bedford Police Chief Melvin Padilla, and the case has been turned over to the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force. A spokesman for Soros refused to comment. Let's see. So they got the package. They opened the package. They took the package over to a wooded area and put it there, then walked in and called. Don't you all find that funny? A suspicious package comes and you're an employee for George Soros and you don't know what to do with it? So you just open it. It doesn't go off. So then you find a secluded area in the woods. So you carry it over there because your life doesn't mean anything, right? And you set it there and then you call the police. So I'm sure your hands are all over it. And, you know, you probably wiped off any fingerprints on it. You know how it goes, right? Do they think that we're idiots? I mean, do they? Do they really think that we're such idiots that we're going to believe that? You know, somebody that took the time to put together a pipe bomb that could go into a guarded, gated community, drop off mail, and then at 3:45, nobody knew anything. Nobody knew the cameras were there. Nobody found out who opened the gate. Nothing of the case. It just happened to be that one of the employees went and opened the package. It didn't go off. Thank God. Come on. You know what? I think when they do find the person that did this, it's going to be a Democrat operative. And if you follow it around, it's probably going to be tied to the CIA and some black ops operation. Oh, boy. People are probably going to say that's a conspiracy theory. But, you know, the funny part is their version of events, they don't add up. And I'm pretty sure if you were with Soros's camp, you would want to clear the air a little bit. You would want to say something about your boss. You would want to say something about, hey, you know what? He's safe. We're not worried about it. Or we have to go get these people who did this, blah, blah, blah. No, they're null. Nothing. Zip. Nothing. Does that seem funny to you? I want to know. Phone number 202-655-3030. Remember, Eagle 6 Gear Freedom Line, folks. This is your chance to call up. Yell, scream, whine, or complain about anything you want to. 202-655-3030. Now, here's something else. I've told you guys, that if Hillary was the queen of darkness, Hillary Clinton, Debbie Wasserman Schultz would be the princess of darkness. Now, here's the thing. It says, this is the Gateway Pundit by Christina Layla. The return address name on suspicious packages sent to Obama and Hillary, that's right, belonged to Debbie Wasserman Schultz. The Secret Service announced Wednesday the suspicious packages were sent to Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. Clinton spokesman Nick Merrill said nothing sent to the Clintons reached their home. The Secret Service said the suspicious package sent to Obama was intercepted by agency personnel in D.C. in the morning. NBC is now reporting that the name of the return address belongs to Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, the deep of the deep state. If I had a picture in my head of Debbie Wasserman Schultz, it would be a dead, rotting animal on the side of the road with a bunch of flies that stinks to high heaven. That's what I think of Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and it wouldn't surprise me a bit. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody within the deep state found out that some of these people were ratting on other people about other nefarious activities that have to do with Donald Trump declaring a state of emergency in December. I wouldn't doubt it a bit. As a matter of fact, the word is, and I can't confirm this, so I'm telling you flat out, that one of the good guys, or the good guys on our team, happened to get kidnapped last week. And this all may be retaliation for that. All right, folks, let's go to the phones. Hello, you're on Unleash the Jeremy Hansen Show. What's your name? What do you want to talk about?
Hello, Jeremy. Glad you're back. Glad it was a safe trip.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'll tell you what, I missed it. I missed it a lot. I got a big smile on my face today. I'm really happy to be back here. How are you doing, Mr. Brutally Honest?
I'm Veteran Phil, Finer Frog here, split 3 ways. Enjoying the rain.
Oh, you're getting rain out there. Is it cold rain?
Yeah, it's about 50, 60 degrees in the train. It's got a bite to it. It does get a bite to it, but it's good. We needed it. It was drying out all week, so yeah, this was going to help us out.
Good. So I was telling everybody on here that you went to like a get together where a whole bunch of veterans were. You were working with Eagle 6 gear this last weekend. How'd that go?
Yep. Had a blast doing it. They Eagle 6 gear actually. I called him and visited with him, and he set up a booth at what we call Fallen Day here in Woodrow, Oklahoma, and went and set up. It was a 3-day deal, and I had a lot of vets come through. I actually got to do a live stream with all the cadets in the Air Force thing they have setting up here in Woodrow, Oklahoma. It was a great time. Great times. I mean, I'm looking forward to doing the next one in March.
Well, I'll tell you what, Pete had nothing but good things to say about you and the missus. He was just thrilled to meet you. It's like, when you talk to him on the phone, you don't expect him to have handlebar mustache. And I was like, no, he's a great guy, you know, and I'm so happy you did that. You got to talk to a lot of people. You were on a radio station out there and everything else. What was the feeling that you got from the people walking around in there, all the different patriots and all the different veterans that you talked to? What did they think was going to happen come midterms?
Well, it was a mixed bag. A lot of them are guaranteeing that we will win. A lot of them are scared with all the tactics the Democrats are pulling. And, you know, in all honesty, after visiting with the cadets in the Air Force program, they're actually scared too, because I talked to one young lady who's 16 years old. She's going to go into the Air Force, and she's squared away now. She is seriously squared away, but she's 16. She says, I could vote, but nobody else my age could, because they don't have the mental capacity to understand what's really going on in an adult situation. She
Amen.
said, and I don't either. And I'm scared that if the Democrats win, it's going to destroy every chance I have for the rest of my life for what I'm wanting to do with the military. And
amen. Hang on 1 second, Chris. We'll be right back, folks.
Unleashed. We'll be right back.
Introducing Zenerex Nutraceuticals. Nutritional supplements for real men and women. Made with the highest quality natural supplements and designed to maximize effectiveness. Whether you need a little CoQ10, maybe you need a detox. How about some sleep aid to sleep? Probiotics, colon cleanse, joint flex, fish oil. We've got all the bases covered. Come to LibertyOneTV.com and check out Zenerex Nutraceuticals. Do yourself a favor. Do your body a favor. Come to LibertyOneTV.com and see the new line of products by Zenerex Nutraceutical.
Unleashed Jeremy Hansen here. I want to talk to you about Eagle6Gear.com. You know, with the fight we have to keep our republic, our traditions, our values, we need to spend every one of our hard-earned dollars in a way that matters to our cause. Buying from Eagle 6 Gear supports making America great again. It supports veterans because Eagle 6 Gear has their full staff of veteran American warriors. They support the police and firefighters through causes and charitable events. They support American communities for strong, traditional American families. Your dollars spent at Eagle 6 Gear supports the very freedom, liberties, and essence of what it is to be American. Support Eagle 6 Gear and support America by buying your patriotic gear. Eagle6Gear.com.
In a recent closed-door speech to donors, politicians, and media, Bill Clinton spoke about American gun owners. Quote, a lot of these people, all they've got is their hunting and their fishing, or they've been listening to this stuff for so long that they believe it all, unquote. And we all remember Barack Obama's 2008 comments to a room of San Francisco elites. Quote, it's not surprising then they get bitter. They cling to guns or religion, unquote. The arrogance of their superiority requires this reminder. They don't rule us. They don't give us rights. We grant them power. They don't make us safe. We pay to protect them. They don't make us free. We're free already. And as long as we have the Second Amendment, we always will be. We are America, and our politicians are only as powerful as we, the people, allow them to be.
Folks, Unleash the Jeremy Hansen Show with me, Jeremy Hansen. This is hour number 2, segment number 4, if you can believe that. We have Mr. Brutally Honest on, and folks, I really do appreciate what you guys are writing in there. I'll tell you what, I have withdrawals when I can't see the fans. When I can't do this show, I literally have withdrawals. You know, thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Joni. Thank you, Leslie. You know, people really don't know what it means to be up here doing this and how much effort goes into this. My wife, I'll tell you what, she's behind the scenes all the time doing stuff to try to make this work. So it means so much when you guys say stuff like that. I want to thank you guys very, very much. And anybody that I missed, I did, you know, like I said, I'm terrible at that. I am terrible at telling people and remembering people's names. The perfect example was earlier in the show with you, Mr. Brutally Honest. Is that not right?
Well, it does happen to the best of us. You know, we all get these brain farts every once in a while. There's so much happening, and we can't say everything all the time. We just don't remember.
Right. You know, I got a million things racing through my head. You know, like we haven't even brought up today. CNN had a bomb delivered to CNN today, and I haven't even brought that up. Of course, it was addressed to John Brennan, which kind of seems kind of funny. You know, I'm sure they're going to want to try to frame this as, oh, it was one of them crazy Trump supporters, and because Trump has driven a divide in this country, they went and did this. I'm sure it's coming down the pipeline. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Very much so.
You know, we were...
And everybody should start thinking. I mean, critical thinking time is way past, and we need to be there.
Right. I'll tell you what's going to happen. People think that, you know, we're going to get our laws straightened out. We're going to get our country straightened out. But you know what? If the Democrats win, whether the Republicans win, this fight is not over. It's not over. Just because November 6th rolls around and they happen to lose, if that's what happens. If we get out and vote, folks, that's all we got to do. They are going to lose, and they are going to lose big time. Why? Because they have a blue wave, we get a red tsunami. You know, they bring a match, we bring a flamethrower. That's just the way that we work as patriots in this country. And it started way back in the revolutionary times. I mean, that's what's happening. I want you guys to remember something, that the people in this country thought they were patriots. They said, this is my country. This is our country. And the Brits came across and they started invading in our country. And important thing, I'm sure that people are telling, well, this ain't an invasion. These are just people that are looking to make a better life. They're going to claim asylum. Folks, I'm telling you right now, this is an invasion. This is the precipice of how our country is going to turn out. If we allow them to come to our border, if we allow them to cross, that's 14,000 men and women right now, and it's gaining steam, more and more people that are all fighting age, that are very vocal about hating America. They're burning our flag, for crying out loud. They're talking bad about our president. If we allow that to happen, or if we allow the Democrats to take over, the cabal has won. It might only be a small battle. It's not the war, but they have won, and that's a hard one to recover from. Don't you agree?
Yes. Yeah, and, you know, people just don't realize we got battles and we got wars.
Right.
Which one would you rather have? Would you rather have a full-out war or just a battle? But no matter what, it's going to be hard to recover just because of all the chaos.
Amen. Amen. Here's what we have. We have political violence across the spectrum. It doesn't matter if you're just a citizen, if you're a politician, if you're an elite, you know, from Hollywood. Look at it. I mean, if you're an elite in Hollywood and you come out and say, yeah, Trump's a great guy, guess what? You don't get cast anymore. If you come out in certain jobs, you lose your job because you said you supported Trump. We've watched normal citizens wearing Trump hats, and guess what? They'll come over and they'll dump soda pop in a restaurant on a citizen's head because he likes President Trump. We watch politicians getting chased out of restaurants. That's becoming a daily occurrence for us. But there's something that nobody's put together, and I'm here to say it. When I say that we're in a war, I truly believe we're in a war. I believe with the bombs that are being sent to people, with the physical violence, people getting beat up, with guys kicking women because they're pro-life, with all of this violence, and then you add in the ricin attacks, you add in this horde coming, you add in these countries trying to financially cripple us, you watch them try to steal our stuff, and one side of this war is for all that. But there's one thing, and this is it. Right now, I've been talking on my show about these weird anomalies and phenomenons with diseases that are going around our country, and they just can't explain why. And right now, if you guys have been watching the news, there's a weird polio-like sickness going around that's affected over 200 children in the U.S. Over 200, and they're expecting a pandemic. As a matter of fact, doctors are preparing for a pandemic. Nobody knows where it came from. Just out of thin air, this pandemic came. And it's polio-like symptoms, and these kids, they're completely numb. They can't move. It paralyzes them. Now, how is it that we get these bomb threats and ricin and this horde coming up and all of the political discourse that we see across this country with physical threats? And then all of a sudden, we get this mysterious polio-like illness. What do you think, Mr. Brutally Honest?
You know, it is mysterious, very mysterious, and I've noticed that just here in the last 2 months, the chemtrails have pretty much quadrupled in my area. There for a while they stopped, but the funny thing is, while I'm visiting with you, I'm actually looking at NasaraNews.blogspot.com, and
right.
They actually have a video up here about what the CDC does not want you to know about all this stuff. And the CDC is the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and this is talking about exactly what you're talking on. And they don't
right.
want you to know about it. But we had too many mysterious illnesses, too many mysterious deaths, and stuff that we haven't had in this country in years. All of a sudden, it's showing back up.
Right.
Now, how is that even feasible?
Well,
how is that possible? But
I've said it before. The UN talks openly about reducing the world's population. Folks, I can't explain this, and I can't give you a more heartfelt explanation of abortion more than that is a globalist-driven idea to eliminate and crush certain parts of our society. Why is it that it's like 64% of all abortions are performed on blacks in this country? It's because to the Democrat Party, or should I say the globalist party, they're the least desirable in America, according to them. So you know what? What do you got? When you go into the hood, what do you got? Well, you got liquor stores, you got gun stores, and you got abortion clinics. And those three things have overtaken churches, have overtaken schools. It's pretty damn funny, and it's pretty damn disgusting that we don't have a choice but to fund abortion. A lot of these states, you have to take your tax money from your state taxes and they fund abortion. But there are children that can't get a decent enough education to go out and get themselves a good job. Isn't that disgusting?
It is. It's beyond disgusting, especially when you have a bunch of female priests now celebrating the birthday for Planned Parenthood. Women priests, I think they were Episcopalian, if not Catholic, but they're celebrating Planned Parenthood's birthday. So what are they doing? Are they saying, it's okay to go out and kill God's creatures?
Hey, Chris, I'm already at the end of my show, man. I'm already here. I've got like 16 seconds. Thank you for the call, folks. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. If you want to help us out, donate in the links in the show. If not, I will see you again tomorrow, folks. But I love you anyways. Thanks for coming, folks. I will see you later.
That's the show for today. Thanks for coming, folks. Remember, UJHlive.com. That's right, the website, UJHlive.com. Get over there. Sign up for our newsletter. You'll get information. You will get breaking news. You will get things like that. But you also will get discounts and games and giveaways, folks. UJHlive.com. Also, remember, if you're one of the many patriots that want to speak freely, go over to Spreely.com. Speak freely, Spreely.com. Until next time, I love you.